And we're live.
My cat's scratching herself on my computer.
That's awesome.
That could pose a problem. Oh, wait, no, she's getting off the computer. There we go.
Hey, Opa.
Hi, welcome to DoodleCast. I'm Shawn.
I'm Pat.
We're here to draw some pictures and talk about stuff.
We're here to draw.
Good job.
Hey, Shawn.
Yes.
How have you been?
I've been doing okay. Probably going to lose my job, but other than that, I've been doing pretty okay.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it's awesome. That uncertainty.
All right, I'm going to open up a new document. What should we draw today?
Well, I was going to try and draw a picture of Markiplier earlier that wasn't really working out, so I figured, maybe I could do it here. It'll work.
Why not? Yep.
Why not? It wasn't working out, or why not just do it?
Oh, yeah, I mean, why not just do it? But why don't you talk about why it wasn't working out then?
Because it was sucking.
Good talk.
Yeah, it's just a piece of shit. It was not fun. It was not turning out very well. Because it's from, he just did a new video about, I can't remember the name of the game, but it's one of those like, oh, notice me, senpai type deals where you play as this crazy girl.
Yandere Simulator? Yeah, I didn't watch the video. I just know of the game. It's fucked up.
Yeah, and I want to draw a picture of him like in the outfit, sort of creepily walking around.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What are you drawing? Got a cat?
Yeah, it's a cat.
Pretty cool cat.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any suggestions? I don't really know what to draw.
Do Gravity Falls.
Oh yeah.
You know what the characters look like. You shouldn't be able to have to stammer through it.
Let me finish this cat. Hey, it's a good cat. It's not. Whatever.
No, I like it.
All right. Let's do some gravy. Let's do some gravy flood.
Gravy train.
Gravy train. It just evolves. It's not even the same thing anymore.
So when does the new Gravity Falls come out?
I think in 2 weeks. I think it's July 13th.
I'm excited to see where they take that.
Oh yeah. Not to get into any spoilers or anything, but we should definitely do like I've been talking about. We should do themed episodes, and just so we can like talk about spoilers for the shows we like. I think like one of the first we should do would definitely be a Gravity Falls one, so that we can talk freely about the show without having to worry about spoiling it for anybody.
It'd be a lot funnier if we did like. And by the way, this is a spoiler cast and it'd be like a really old episode of Matlock.
Matlock? What
the fuck
is that show even about?
I never watched it, but it was like an old detective show, I want to say. I don't even know who starred in it.
It just makes me think of like an old person show.
It kind of was. It starred old people.
Oh, I thought you said startled old people.
It probably did too.
Hey, Matlock!
Matlock saved me. Or maybe he was a lawyer. I don't know. Oh, hey, that's a pretty good Mabel.
It's a Mabes.
Going full on goof with it. Oh, God. Markiplier's hair, man.
Oh, I know. It's insane.
His hair.
Whoa. Why is he walking like that?
It was part of the game. He's like creepily walking around.
He kind of looks like he's prancing, like he should be through a field of flowers.
Yeah. How do I make him look crazier?
Well, I don't know. You already give him eyes that look in the opposite direction, so...
Shit, I'm all out of ideas. That's all I got. That's all I do. Oh. Yeah, because, like, the problem with drawing Markiplier's hair for me is I never know if I make the whole thing just completely jet black, it's not very interesting. But then if I add lines, well, how the hell do you add lines to hair? People do it. I don't know how they do it. is why we need to get like some guests on here.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll work on that. Maybe I'll talk to some peeps I know. You talk to some
really
you
cool,
know.
actually.
So like, welcome to DoodleCast. We're gonna shut the hell up while this person who's much better than us does the thing.
Oh shit! Wait. Okay.
Oh, I like that.
Trying to make it look like she's dancing weird, like.
It's like she's dancing angry, like she's in a dance fight.
I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna win this dance off. Also, she talks like that now.
Yeah, that's exactly how she sounds. It was spot on. Oh boy. So you're into video games.
That's a thing.
I'm not terribly into video games, but I like them from time to time. I just watched this gameplay footage of something called Alison Road. And it's essentially a Silent Hills ripoff. Or not Silent Hills, a PT ripoff. Silent Hills isn't even a thing anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And
okay,
I actually don't mind. It looks pretty, it looks interesting. I mean, I don't know how great it's going to be. And I don't really mind that it's basically a straight up ripoff since you can't even get PT anymore.
Right.
Only
disappointed I didn't get that before they took it off the store.
Yeah, that's dumb. Konami's a dumbass company.
Even though I'd probably never play PT.
Yeah, you said what? You watched like 3 seconds of it in a review video?
I can't handle it. Scary imagery just doesn't fly with me. But I've always figured if I were to ever do it for a Let's Play, then sure, I'd play it.
Right.
Just for the lols, as the kids say.
Oh, kids are. Anyways.
Their shoes.
The one issue I had with it was that the person you're playing as, he like narrates some stuff that you do, like, oh, I have a headache, I need to get aspirin. Oh, no time for that. And it's like, I kind of like the idea of having a silent protagonist.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because that's what really worked for me. I've never played PT, but I've watched a few trailers for it. Or not trailer. God damn it, what's wrong with me? I've watched a few playthroughs of it, particularly ones with absolutely no commentary.
Right.
And yeah, that's the one thing I liked about it, is that you don't hear the guy talk at all. And I'm sure, like, if Silent Hills was ever actually finished, you would have. But as far as being this little playable teaser they came up with, I thought it worked well in its advantage. Right. Oh, dude, we could use this show just to see what sounds sound like.
What?
Just like say straight up stupid gibberish, and then see what it sounds like.
You mean when the audio cuts out all weird?
No. Like I mean, I could say, but I don't really know what that sounds like till I hear it replayed back. Trust me, it makes sense.
Just go with it.
Just go. Their shoes.
That's like one of my favorite jokes.
Why did I even say that? Oh, the vapes.
Oh yeah, vapes.
Vaping. I didn't know what vaping was.
Yeah, I was going off
initially.
about vaping.
I kind of did know what vaping was.
You said you had like a vague idea. Just yeah.
I'd never heard of it before then. Believe it or not, I'd actually never heard of it called vaping. I just heard of it called, e-cigarettes.
Oh.
But yeah, but everybody's just going on their vaping jokes. It's like, what the fuck even is vaping? Their shoes.
I think that was the original thing. I said Shawn doesn't even know what vaping is, and and I read it in that voice too, which is perfect because apparently that's exactly how you wanted it to come across.
Absolutely.
Their shoes.
Oh boy. Yeah, so Alison Road. I don't know exactly what it's going to be released on, or it's probably just going to be a straight up computer game. Although you do see a PlayStation in it, PlayStation 3.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I kind of knew this was going to happen too. That when even if PT was still readily available, people were going to make rip-off games.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it makes sense. I didn't think that would happen, but now that it is, it's like, oh, duh.
Even if it didn't, I truly believe they would have, just because, there's how many rip-off games of Angry Birds and Farmville? I think Farmville actually was originally a rip-off game.
Really?
Yeah. I think I read that somewhere, but I don't know the details, so I'm not going to go into it. But
we're not for spreading information around here.
Yeah, nobody's going to watch this, so I could just say whatever slanderous bullshit I want. I think I'm going to try and just do his hair all jet black. I don't know. I saw another artist do it.
You lagged out. Did you say something?
Oh, I saw another artist do it. And I think I might be able to pull it off.
Another artist do what?
I'll make his hair all jet black.
Ah, okay.
Instead of doing like a lighter black or highlights or any of that bullshit. Hit. There we go. Yeah.
Huh. It's not a bad Mabel.
Forgot her
yeah,
hair
I just
tie.
realized. Yeah. Or headband or whatever it is.
Yeah. If Alex Hirsch ever saw that.
He's seen worse fan art.
I'm sure he decides just to hate the world every once in a while and just goes on DeviantArt finding just the most horrible Gravity Falls stuff.
It's there.
Yeah, I have much like Mad Max Fury Road fan art. I've really tried to avoid it. Not fan art in general. There's a lot of awesome stuff.
Oh, you mean the? Yeah.
I mean, like, this is my head canon and stuff like that. Which is fine if you want to make it. I just have no interest in seeing it.
Yeah. I'm gonna tweet out another link
to the past.
Link a pass to the Greg.
I was making a video game reference.
Yeah, me too.
Get the camera back on me, because I'm the only one doing anything. Oh, you've never seen the Evil Dead the Evil Dead movies, right?
Hey, the Evil Dead show.
How ridiculous! Because I'm going to segue into they released the first image from the Evil Dead show.
No, I've never seen any of them.
They're some of my favorite movies. Well, the second one's one of my favorite movies. None of them are bad. I want to
see them just for you.
They're good. None of them are bad. It's just the first one's like a straight up horror movie made by kids who didn't really know what the hell they were doing. But there's actually some really cool camera work done in it. Yeah, they're all in like their 20s. That's a kid to me.
Oh. I'm but a wee babe to you.
Yeah, you're an infant child. And I've treated you as such.
I've noticed.
Yeah, they released the first image of it, and I'm very interested. I hope it's good. But that's the one, since you haven't seen it, but you know of the guy who cut off his hand and put a chainsaw on it, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, that happens in the second movie. It's not a spoiler because the movie's like 20-some years old. I have the chainsaw sitting on my floor.
Yeah, that's why. That's why.
Yeah, I made a prop of it. So it's actually kind of interesting to see that it actually is, I do believe, the exact same prop from the last movie. Like I was kind of curious to see if they're just going to like get a new chainsaw. Nope, I even know what make and model it is. Homelight XL.
The chainsaw store.
Gotta go to chainsaw.com. You can see all the great chainsaw deals.
Chainsaw.com.chain/saw.
Good one.
My colors are not coming through on the stream as the same way they're coming through on the Cintiq.
Oh, are you looking at the YouTube page?
Yeah, they're coming through on my Cintiq page. Yeah, on my Cintiq screen, like I just did her skin. It looks a lot more pink, but on the on my computer screen, it looks almost yellow.
Yeah, it looks like a light flesh tone to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Maybe the problem this whole time is that my monitor screen isn't calibrated right. Maybe my Cintiq's fine.
Maybe you need like another pair of glasses to wear on top of your other glasses.
Yo, like,
Yo, 6 eyes.
No, but like, why don't they like make glasses that can
see through people's
like,
clothes? I agree.
No, glasses that can like fix color blindness.
Probably because the problem I don't think is in the eyes. It might just be is it in the eyes for color blindness? I guess it is. So. Well, I mean, still,
because I mean that's where you see vision.
Yeah, but everything's processed through the brain.
Oh, you're right.
I didn't know if that was like neurological
thing. Brain glasses.
I'm actually curious. Is that a neurological thing, or is that a like your eyes themselves are defective? So if you just like got some new eyes,
I'd much rather my eyes be defective than my brain.
Right, but I'm saying like if it was your eyes being defective, could you just get like new eyes? They're doing crazy things these days. Maybe they could 3D print you some eyes.
They're doing crazy things with medical science these days.
They 3D printed eyes. In other news, the murder of homeless people has gone down.
What?
Murdering homeless people for their eyes. That's the world I'm projecting here.
You're such a weird person.
What? It's funny. It's funny because it's funny because I don't think it's happening.
I hope not.
Oh, actually, you want to hear a dark story?
Sure. It'll be perfect for our happy, fun time drawing stream.
I don't know how... I don't have all the details, nor do I know if this is inherently appropriate, but I can't remember where it was. I just read this little article about how a mother was found pushing her dead child on a swing set for 3 days straight.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like apparently she put the kid on the swing set while the kid was alive and just kept going at it.
So wait,
I'm not making a joke about that. I have no desire to like make a joke about this, but I just like clearly the lady has a lot of freaking issues. Like I'll never joke about a real dead child.
Wait, was this not a real dead? What?
Yeah, it's real. I'm not joking. I'm not going to joke about this. It'd be terrible. That'd make me a bad person. Just like, well, let's tell a dark story.
I don't think we should be talking about this.
Yeah, probably shouldn't, but I brought it up.
I brought it up. I made a commitment.
Yeah, it's at the table.
You set the table. Now drink the wine.
That's not the phrase.
To dinner. No.
You know,
I think that's
your colors don't. They look like crayons when you do it with just that brush.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for.
Okay. Well, if that's what you're going for, then by all means. Nice how I segue out of that awkward conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then brought it right back up, so now it's fresh in my mind again. I don't know. That's like really disturbing stories like that just get to me.
Yeah, it's pretty I'm still very confused on the story itself.
Well, like, she put the kid on the swing set, and I don't know if she, like, just never let the kid get off the swing set or what.
That's what I'm confused about. Like, did she kill her child by pushing it on the swing set too much?
No, I believe the kid died of dehydration.
That is so fucked up and weird.
And apparently it was also really cold where they were at. So the elements did not work to their favor. I don't know. People having a nervous breakdown or something.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
So, did you see Jurassic World yet?
Nah, I think me, James, and Colin are gonna see it Friday, maybe.
Oh, okay. It's dumb, but it's fun.
That's kind of what I've heard. Like, I'm not going into it with like crazy expectations. Like, everyone's general consensus is that nothing will ever top the first Jurassic Park. And I think we've all accepted that. And after watching The Lost World, I'll definitely accept that.
I'm not even the second one, right?
Yeah. I was planning on watching the rest in the franchise to get me ready for Jurassic World. But after 2, I just don't even care about 3. I'd like, how much could I possibly be missing? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they get better. The first 2 sequels.
The Lost World was like, I really wanted to give it a chance, but like 20 minutes in, I was like, this is just a rehash of the first goddamn movie. This movie was made solely to make money.
I know I saw it. I just don't really remember it. I think I saw it in a theater.
So I'm sorry for your loss of time.
I mean, I don't remember it, so. Like I have his pinky out on his left hand. That was intentional.
I'm gonna draw a T-Rex.
Oh, dude, I wanna learn how to draw dinosaurs. She's so fucking cool. Say something so they could see you draw.
Oh, this is my T-Rex. His name is Sparky.
Oh.
Is it obvious I don't know how to draw a T-Rex?
Yeah, you just look like you're drawing generic lizard, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jurassic World's it's okay.
Yeah, if I can at least have a fun time watching it, then that's all I really want.
Yeah. I was surprised, this might be a minor spoiler, I was surprised how long it takes to get to Chris Pratt in the movie.
Really?
He doesn't appear until like 20 minutes in.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts so.
I mean, he's there for the rest of it once you got him.
Why am I drawing this lizard so low? Okay.
But yeah, I'm actually really enjoying watching Chris Pratt's career just blow up because I started watching him when he was on Parks and Rec.
Yeah. God,
and I was like,
to go back and watch it.
That was like his first thing.
Yeah.
So, like, to see him as this like bigger doofy guy turn into this buff action star has just been incredibly interesting.
Interesting is probably the best way to,
Yeah. Plus, he's generally funny and good.
I love Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt's awesome.
He's handsome.
Mm-hmm. I want to kiss him.
I want to kiss his butt.
Oh. I mean, if he needed me to kiss his butt, are you putting Sonic the Hedgehog shoes on your T-Rex there?
I was going more for Rocco's Modern Life style shoes because that's kind of how I drew his tail. But you know what?
Yeah, make it your Sonic OC. Except for once, it won't be a blue color.
All right, hold on. Let me fix the eyes.
No. Keep them separate. I hate Sonic's eyes being connected.
It's one of those. I grew up with Sonic, and I never really questioned it. I mean, I was aware it was weird, but I guess it never really bothered me. But now that I'm older, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty weird.
It doesn't actually bother me. It's just one of those things where I honestly think it looks better when his eyes are separated.
Yeah, that's why I really like the way you draw Sonic, especially because you make him look stupid.
Yeah, because I treat Sonic with absolutely no respect. The amount of respect he deserves, none.
Yeah. I like how this started as a T-Rex and now it's just, what the fuck is this?
I don't even know. Do T-Rex have like little spines on the back? Little horns? I don't even know what you call them.
That's like Godzilla Jr.
Yeah. Godzilla Jr. the Hedgehog.
Perfect. I'm actually saving. Well, I'm not saving, but I'm keeping all these documents open to save later, just so I can have like a compilation thing to put on Tumblr later, like highlights from the stream.
I mean, you could also just save it under each one under a different layer, and then just save it as or export it as a Photoshop file.
Huh.
That's what I've done.
Now he tells me. Ba-dum-bum.
Left track.
All right, I'm gonna focus on your screen for a second. The screen.
I don't want to see all the. I don't want the audience to see all the weird porn I just have. Yeah, or it's research. It's research.
I actually don't know if that's focusing on.
Well, if mine's highlighted, it's focusing on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep checking the stream though.
Yeah, fuck it. The stream's like it's not. It's live, but it's a little off.
Yeah.
Okay, so this doesn't look that bad. My problem is whenever I do just inks digitally, they end up looking like the drawing itself just looks really flat to me. Not as bad as it had been. I do see I need to change the thicknesses on those arms. One's a little beefier than the other.
Hey, why am I not seeing your screen anymore?
What do you mean?
Okay, yeah, there we go. Oh, that was weird. For the longest time, you were talking and I wasn't seeing anything. I was like,
I can't see anything, as a matter of fact.
I'm blind.
Finally, we can test that eye theory of mine. What if it was a movie and a guy gets like sprayed in the face with acid, and instead of being blind, he's like, I'm colorblind.
I don't know why that's so funny.
I was kind of hoping you were gonna laugh, because otherwise it's like, well, that joke didn't land.
I'm colorblind.
Oh, you know what? It's kind of the same idea. One of my favorite gags from The Simpsons was from an episode where, well, you've never seen The Simpsons, have you?
No.
That's crazy to me. Anyways, right. Okay, so you know the general gist. Bart hates Homer. Homer loves Bart. Bart loves Krusty the Clown.
Okay.
All right. Well, there's an episode where Homer decides to go to clown college. I don't remember if it's like to try and have Bart love him or not, or if he's just looking for something to do.
Bart hates Homer?
Yeah, he hates his dad.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's so sad.
Well, I mean, not like passionately hate, but let's face it, they hate each other. So Homer goes to clown college to I guess just be a clown. And by the end of the episode, I don't remember the whole plot, but there's Homer, Krusty. They're both dressed exactly alike, and they're at the bar being threatened by some mobsters. One of the mobsters gets hit in the head, and he's like, oh, man, I have double vision. There's 4 Krusties. Because he actually got double vision.
Oh.
Because Homer and Krusty are dressed. They basically look exactly alike.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite jokes. Yeah, well, okay. Maybe next time I won't make anything you say sound funny. I see the theme of the show. Real passive aggressive.
Maybe I need to see it for myself to really appreciate it.
Well, it's one of those jokes that it's like you expect them to go with the normal. Oh, 2 Krusties, double vision. It was like, no, he actually got double vision after being hit in the head.
Maybe it's one of those things I need to see for myself.
It's funny. Trust me.
I'm sure it's very nice.
Okay, I have another one of those. Have you ever seen Walk Hard?
No.
Okay, it's actually a very underrated comedy. It's very funny. But there's a scene where John C. Reilly, he plays Dewey Cox. Go ahead, laugh. Yeah, called it. And I think from the age of 12, it's just John C. Reilly playing the character. So it's, middle-aged John C. Reilly's like, I'm your 12-year-old son. He gets married at age... Yeah, I'm sorry?
He's just playing a 12-year-old?
From 12, like they have a child actor for when he's like 4 or 5 years old or something, but from the time he's 12 years old, they just have John C. Reilly playing himself.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's hilarious. But one of them gets
much
married
better than that last piece you tried on me.
Not even a joke. He gets married at age 16, and his wife is like constantly yelling at him about his career choices. Like, even though he's being wildly successful, she's like, you're gonna fail. You're not. Just really yelling at him for following his dreams. He's like, well, what about my dreams? My dreams of being a famous musician. What about my dreams, Dewey? I told you, we can't make a house out of candy. It would melt when it rains. Not if it never rains.
Not if it never rains. I like that.
I don't know what I'm drawing. Oh shit! You know what? I realized I could draw. That we could flood the tags with. I'll draw Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Hold on. You talk for a bit while I look up some reference images.
So I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's, but I guess I'm glad other people are into it. Made for good Let's Plays. Are they still making those games?
Yeah, there's another one coming out in October.
Okay. Oh, how fitting.
Like, I don't think it's hard for me to be upset about them constantly making them because, to be honest, it's one guy making all the games, so you really can't be mad.
He's making them pretty quick, though. It seems like for the longest time at least, like every other week, a new Five Nights at Freddy's is coming out.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where the story is the story behind the scenes story is a lot more interesting than the actual game itself. Like, exactly. Oh, I know. I'll draw Springtrap. I've never drawn him.
Cool. Who the fuck is that?
It's the only antagonist in the third game. Springtrap. Yeah, like, I've never played them, and honestly, the gameplay wise, they're probably fun, but it's kind of shooting a dead horse here. That's not the phrase, but I'm gonna use it.
Shooting a dead horse.
Shooting the dead horse. But it's hard for me to be upset that they keep being made because it's one guy making them. If it was a AAA studio that was just constantly putting out the same shit, which happens all the goddamn time, that I understand being upset about.
Yeah. But
just because it's one guy, it's like, maybe, I don't know, maybe instead of complaining, just kind of shut the fuck up and not play it. Oh, the Let's Players are playing it. Well, then don't watch them. Watch something else. Make your own. Godzilla Jr. the Hedge. Beautiful.
Yeah. He's a special boy.
There was actually one thing I saw posted on Twitter that kind of annoyed me. Was somebody, I don't remember who, but somebody had said, like, oh, let's be honest, all these Five Nights at Freddy's Let's Play, what had happened was the guy who made them released a demo of the third one to a bunch of Let's Players. Just so you can get word of mouth. And it's like, oh, let's face it, they're just doing that for money. Well, yeah. What's your point? How is that necessarily a negative thing? He's trying to have a successful product and getting it. He has like a wealth of people who are willing to play it and will also earn themselves a living.
Especially in this day and age, like, people are trying their damnedest to keep Let's Players from making money. So that's pretty cool of him.
It seemed pretty narcissistic to look at it that way, where it's like, oh, you're only doing this for money. Well, no shit, pal.
Yeah, everyone does that. Everyone does things for money. That's called having a career.
It's like I had a coworker who complained about this other coworker who I admit I did not like, but that was on personal grounds. And I remember them saying about her, oh, she's only working here for the money. It's like, isn't that why we're all here?
Isn't that called a job?
Yeah, it's like, get on. You're gonna not accept your paycheck this week? Then no, then shut the fuck up. We have legitimate reasons to not like this asshole. Let's use those. I'm probably not going to finish this because this isn't like the style I usually do shit in. I like that.
I hope, if anything, by putting like highlights from the stream post up on Tumblr, can at least get people interested, like people who haven't watched it, to be like, huh, maybe I should check out these one day.
Yeah. And then when they do, it's like, never again.
Okay, new document. What now?
You could have just made a new layer.
Well, at this point, I've been doing this, so I forgot I drew that cat. I'm
not really feeling this. You got a suggestion for me?
We should like do a thing where we like pull suggestions out of a hat.
Okay. We can also pretend we have a hat.
Yeah. So.
I don't know. Draw.
This looks like a weird deflated life preserver or a weird vagina.
You know what? You know what you should do?
What?
You should draw Sonic.
I should draw Sonic?
You should draw Sonic. I'm tired of being the one holding down this responsibility of drawing Sonic. You do it.
I drew a lot of Sonic when I was in school, man.
We all did. We were all kids.
Let me see if I could draw like a super on-model Sonic just from memory. Just
what
like,
do you mean, like this old Sonic?
Yeah. Well, I actually know how to draw like new Sonic a lot more because that's what I drew a lot more when I was younger. But,
oh yeah, you existed during the DreamCast stage.
Well, I never had a Dreamcast, but you know, by that point, most of his games were on the GameCube and PS2 and shit. So,
I had a Dreamcast. Only after it stopped being a thing, though.
Really?
Yeah, I bought it off like my brother's friend. I don't know. Guy needed money probably for crack or something.
Let's see, where his eyes? Like, did they go off his head or? God,
No, I think it stayed on his head. That wasn't a wise ass remark. That was just,
You're too slow. I remember, like, in school, I would, like, get in fights with people. Like, not fight, like, arguments with people. Because people would say I traced my drawings of Sonic. So, like, it got to a point where I, like, had to overlay my drawings over top of, like, official art and, like, show them, like, all the inconsistencies. Be like, see, like, his body's even the wrong size. I didn't draw it perfect. Like, I had to point out all the mistakes in my art just to prove that I wasn't tracing.
They were probably like, oh, yeah, that's where you intentionally did it wrong.
No,
kids will do stupid things like that, because I remember I fractured my arm when I was in elementary school. I didn't break it, but I just fractured it because someone thought it'd be hilarious to push me on very slick ice. And one day, I didn't have a cast on it. I just had like a splint on it. One day, a kid went up to me and was like, didn't you have that splint on the other arm yesterday? Like, no, because it's molded to this arm, jackass. I couldn't put it on the other arm if I wanted to.
Wow. They really said that.
Yeah, well, I mean, we always had those kind of rumors in school. Like, we had the one mentally challenged kid that a bunch of people swore was faking it.
Wow.
Yeah, there were some horrible people in my school. I'll just go ahead and say that right now.
That's insane.
Yeah, I wasn't one of them because, nobody is willing to try and get a quote-unquote free pass in high school by pretending to be mentally challenged. Because it's not actually a free pass.
Yeah, they still make you go.
Yeah, you still got work to do. You still got work to do and probably not hanging out with the people you would normally be hanging out with.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good on-model Sonic.
I don't think so.
Are you tracing it?
Oh shit! Do you see the book that I have underneath it that I'm using my light box to trace?
Light box, as opposed to a big sheet of white paper and a really powerful lamp.
Sounds like you know a thing or two about tracing.
Yeah, I traced as a kid. What's your point?
All right, and the feet.
Yeah,
he's running. There we go. running, running, and running, running, and
Well, he's actually just running in place if he has like smoke coming out.
You're too slow. That's no good.
Did you see the Sonic says about telling kids to be careful of adults trying to touch them?
Yeah, that's like one of the most famous ones. Like, hey kids, if someone tries to touch you in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
Yeah, it's funny because that's good advice coming from a cartoon character.
It just seems so weird to put.
And it's coming out of Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's voiced by Jaleel White.
Yeah, that cartoon character. Sonic, not Jaleel.
Jaleel?
Or maybe he is too. I don't really know him.
The Jaheel is at the end of the Jafoot.
Oh, that's insensitive to names.
I'm giving him like Dr. Seuss feet.
Yeah, like banana feet.
Yeah, the weird. Dr. Seuss is the way he would draw like feet on like animals would look like really loose socks.
Yeah.
Well, I think I give up on the Sonic. I don't know where to go from here anymore.
I like that song. I really like that.
I like that Sonic.
I want to marry that Sonic.
You lied to me. What is that from?
What?
Drums keep quoting that all the time. You lied to me, and I don't. It must be a reference to something.
What video did they say that in?
They just did it in today's Bloodborne, and I know they've done it in past episodes of other series before, but that was just like the most recent one that it just reminded me. Like, yeah, I still have no idea what that's from.
I have not been watching any of the Bloodborns.
Oh, really?
I think I watched like it probably is. It's really just because I don't know. I got into other stuff while they were doing them, and now they're like up to episode 50, and it's like that's going to be a really long afternoon for me.
Yeah, that's kind of the same reason I haven't watched the what was that game? The Trauma Center one. It didn't hook me on like the first few episodes, so I just stopped watching it. And then afterwards, everyone was like, "Oh, it's like one of the best series," and I was like, "Well."
Yeah, it takes a little bit getting into it, but once they get to the old doctor who they decide to make crazy, it's amazing. It's like senile, and he loves cranberries.
Oh, I like the feet you're drawing on that Cybernic. It kind of looks like Bender's feet from Futurama. It almost looks like two weird suction cups.
Oh yeah, I guess. I thought at first you were talking about the bandages. I'm like, no, they're just bandages, not like metal legs.
Well, like that foot that you have up. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they just draw flat.
It kind of looks like a clay model where like a lot of the clay sort of seeped to the bottom, and that's like what's keeping it sturdy.
That's kind of like how his legs are, where they start out kind of thicker at the top, they taper down, then they get really, really big on the feet.
God, I will never get tired of the way you draw Sonic. It's amazing.
I guess people are like, oh my God, they're making another Sonic Boom game, this time for 3DS. And I could be wrong, I don't know, but I could have sworn the 3DS Sonic Boom game was actually well received. And, well, maybe not more well received, but like it was at least a finished game, I believe, as opposed to the Wii U release.
Huh. I don't remember hearing anything about it.
Yeah. But the other thing was, of course, the Chris Chan stuff, that he just hates Sonic's arms being blue. And I will never not find that hilarious. He calls it sensory overload every time he sees it, despite the fact nobody's forcing him to see it.
That's weird.
And personally, I think the design of the new Sonic with the bandages and all that crap is really stupid. I mean, I know why they're doing it, because of DeviantArt. So those are the only people that still care about Sonic the Hedgehog. But the actually making his arms blue, I think, is a step in the right direction, because it visually looks a lot better to me.
It's kind of weird that his arms were like flesh colored at all. Like, I don't know, it's weird.
I honestly think it was probably because of the the limitations of the graphics for the Genesis. Like if his arms were blue in the Genesis, I mean, you'd see his white gloves, but his arms would just blend into his sides.
Yeah, that's true.
So I imagine that's why they were tan to begin with. Probably the same thing with his eyes being connected, because if you put another black line in the character sprite, you probably wouldn't see it all that well. That's why Mario's eyes are just dots in the original NES. It's like, oh, that's why I don't like his eyes being together, because I think it's just a carryover from bad design to begin with, bad but necessary design.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point.
That's what I think, at least. But I also don't know what I'm talking about half the time. Oh, dude, it still hasn't happened, but I'm still holding out hope that somebody's going to be like a real pissed off Sonic the Hedgehog fan is going to like send me an angry letter one of these days.
That'd be amazing.
How the hell do you do that without laying down any guide work?
What do you mean?
That Angry Beaver's like about spot on as far as I can tell, but you didn't like. I always have to put down a layer of scribbles to know where I'm going.
I don't know. I mean, let's face it, the end result isn't going to be the best, but
yeah, but like just the general face area, like you've already got that down pat. And I don't know. Shut up. And I don't know how that happened. Yeah, I had to preemptively stop you.
I am looking at a picture.
Okay, I just stopped you about making a pun about your name.
I know. I don't know. I've always just kind of had a knack for drawing, like replicating drawings that are like right in front of me.
Right.
Hell, James could attest to this, but like back in school, like middle school, we had an art class together, and the little daily exercise before every class would be they'd have like these little sheets of paper on the desk ready for us, and I can't remember what they were. If they were like it could have been anything, just pictures either taken off a line or even of like masterworks of like famous artists. And the exercise would just be draw this.
As a child, you were like creating art forgeries that still hang in museums to this day.
Well, no, it's just like, okay. Oh yeah, the point of that story was the joke that James would do every day would say, "I'm a robot," because like there's no way someone could just replicate what they saw in front of them like that. But like I don't know, I've always just kind of had a knack for it.
Also, we've never seen you make a human emotion.
But like it's probably hindered me as an artist more than anything, because like I don't know, it's easy for me to replicate what's in front of me, but that means it's a lot harder for me to draw like from my imagination.
Yeah, I found that difficult too. Like I think I said it on Twitter a while ago where I didn't start developing like my own drawings looking fairly unique until I stopped attempting to make them look unique. Not that it's that easy, but like that's basically what I did. I just the problem I had was like, you know, I was really into Penny Arcade when I was younger. And I would draw a lot of stuff that looked like just straight up Penny Arcade ripoff. And it got to the point where even without trying to, I would draw something that was generally just another ripoff of the comic strip. And then eventually I just stopped giving a shit. I just started drawing for myself. And that's how I eventually developed my style of never pointing the eyes in the same direction.
That is amazing how like your style like completely developed pretty much in like the last half a year.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you look at my Tumblr from the very beginning of it to now, like you'll see like some seeds being sown of how I do stuff now, but it wasn't shit I was intending to do. Are you going to make fun of me for saying a phrase?
What?
I said seeds being sown. I thought you were like going to mock me for saying that.
I couldn't think of anything. I just thought it was weird, so I let it pass. But now you're bringing it up, so what a weirdo.
Nerd. Am I right?
Seeds being sown.
Yeah, you sow seeds.
Sure.
The thing you do.
Go on with your story.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's my story.
I'm sticking to it. You know what?
Yeah.
This started off as a joke where I was drawing Sonic looking like the Angry Beavers. Now it's looking like a weird version of Sully from Monsters Inc.
Yeah, kind of.
So now if I just like,
I've never actually seen all of Monsters Inc.
really?
Yeah, I've had a DVD of it, but it just like skipped. What the hell?
This is too funny. What is this anymore? This is why I want to do these streams.
For just creating the most fucked up things.
Oh man. Oh yeah, that's definitely going on the Tumblr later.
Mm-hmm.
I've always liked the way that you draw like Sonic. Like I know you're like making fun of him, but like the way you draw him though is still really interesting. You draw him a lot taller. You get like lankier limbs and all that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't like it when they redid Sonic for I guess Sega Dreamcast. That's when they like made him taller and thinner. And eventually I realized it's like, no, it actually looks okay. I just don't like the direction they took Sonic in, and they had to make him super serious. And they should just stick with the Mario route, keeping him like goofy in this cartoony world. And I guess they felt like they had
weird.
Instead, I mean, it's the one thing that's kept Sonic relevant, I guess. But at the same time, it's also the thing he's probably mocked most for. Just the fact that it's like he has this fan base of people that take it far too seriously. Where they touched on, like, even as far back as, like, I guess the first Sonic the Hedgehog game, there was kind of like an environmentalist message in it, and there was some dark themes because every time you killed a robot, there was like some animal trapped inside being held by it. So in a way, Sonic always was kind of dark. It's just, I don't feel like it was a smart move embracing it.
Yeah.
Is that a helicopter outside your place?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why it's the president. Hello, President.
Hello, Mr. President O'Brown.
Mr. President Doctor.
Well, can't argue with Dr. Medicine.
Oh, I was like, what is that from? Oh, that's right, Gravity Falls. Might actually be just my favorite cartoon now.
Yeah. I know we've talked about it before. Like, for me, it was kind of a toss-up between Gravity Falls and Steven Universe. But I think what really pushes it over the edge for me is just the fact that Gravity Falls really hits home with my sense of humor.
Yeah. I still want to watch more Steven Universe. It's just, money has kept me from completely buying the show on Amazon. And I really do like it. Like, I think Steven Universe is an incredibly beautiful show. But even if I did see all of it, I'd still probably be more of a Gravity Falls boy.
Yeah.
But you can like both.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, if someone came up to me and they're like, I like Steven Universe more, I'd be like, cool. You want to talk about Steven Universe?
Yeah.
There's no need to be angry. I'm never angry. I have never been angry in my life. I also have never lied in my life.
I'm the most honest person.
This sentence is false.
Oh my god, you just blew my mind right now.
Oh my fucking god. Paradox, man. Dad, what's a paradox? It's where you get a second opinion. Dad, what's a paradox? 2 places to park a boat.
Dad jokes.
More of those ones. Dad, what's a parakeet? Shut up, son.
Go to your room, idiot.
You're not only were you adopted, but I didn't even want to. Hit. Nope. Hit. Nope. Hit. Nope. Hit. Nope. Hit. Yeah. Is that an eye or a mouth? Oh, it's a Cyclops Sonic. I get it. You don't have to say anything.
It's not like we're doing an audio visual show here or anything.
It's not like we're doing a visual show. It's not like this is a talkie or even a C.
It's not like this is one of them movers.
It's a fad. It'll never catch on. Whatever you say, Mr. Chaplin. He did say that.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. He's like, this is a fad. It's never going to catch on because, like, this isn't. If you use your voice, that's just cheating to convey a message. Don't get me wrong. I love Charlie Chaplin. And eventually he did talkies, but it took him a while. I think it was like, what year did The Hangover 2 come out?
Uh-huh.
It was like a couple of years ago, and I specifically remember it because instead of watching The Hangover 2, I watched The Great Dictator for the first time. And I'm like, I made a much better choice.
That's the movie where Charlie Chaplin played Hitler, right?
Essentially, because that was well before we entered World War II. So, like, people in this country really hadn't started criticizing Hitler. He was not the first. I think the Three Stooges were actually the first.
Really?
To have something released. Like, he was working on his stuff a lot longer than the Three Stooges did a bit. But he was one of the first guys to, like, publicly criticize Hitler. Oh.
Hitler, you know, he's working on his stuff long before. You know, not a lot of people know about his early work.
Oh, God. His crappy paintings.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's a shitty painter. And because he couldn't get into painting school, he decided to just be the worst human being to probably ever exist.
Painting school. That's like the big picture is like, be nice to artists. Don't tell them the work sucks, otherwise who knows what might happen. That's not true at all. It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think enough times has passed we can do Hitler jokes, but yeah, fuck that guy. And all Nazis, really. Like, I'm an open-minded guy. I support a lot of people and a lot of new concepts. But, yeah, fuck Nazis, man. I'll never be on their side.
Oh my god, what a
controversial statement.
Yeah, how dare you?
Why is Sonic pointing at a piece of shit? Like, angrily pointing, too? Talk so they can see what you're doing.
Oh, right.
Oh, dude, that's a political comment. Now you just got to, like, get Times New Roman and put that over the poop and just be like, Sonic's career.
Times New Roman.
That's like the font they use, I think.
I'm
not into political cartoonists.
I can't remember where I got this. I can't remember where I got this idea from. So there's this thing where, like, you put a Post-it note on you and label it something like Congress or whatever, and be like, "What are you doing?" "I'm making myself a political cartoon." I did a picture where I took a picture of myself with Post-it notes like all over my face, saying things like the economy, President Obama, I don't know, just stuff like that. And then I put it on Facebook, and it was like, "Haha, Patrick, it's so funny." And I was like, "Wow, these people are easy to impress."
I kind of thought, like, how easy it would be to just go to, like, an open mic night at a very conservative establishment and just be like, okay, now some stand-up comedy from Shawn. Like, Obama. More like, oh, no. Because if they're, like, super conservative, you know that would kill. It's funny. If you're talking, I can't hear you.
And then he says, good gravity boy.
Yeah, you just cut in with that. I have no idea what you said before.
Oh, Colin is commenting.
Oh, okay. I
So-
heard nothing, so I assume we had the audio issues from last time. Do you want to recap?
Colin's comments have been, "How dare you even talk about Sonic that way, you cock!" in all caps.
Of course.
And then good Gravity Boy.
Oh, he's funny.
Oh,
I like Colin.
The big bad Beetle Boys.
Is that what he said?
Looks like no. It looks like my screen's doing that thing where. Well, wait. Oh, I think I found out what it is.
What is that?
Wait, maybe not. Because you remember how
audio cut out all throughout that, so I assume nobody heard anything of that to begin with. I mean, they heard it just now.
Yeah. I just noticed when I went back to the stream, my screen was, just nothing again. And I think it was because I moved over to my other monitor, but I just did the same thing and it's still showing my Manga Studio screen. So I have no fucking idea what's going on.
I mean, there is a time difference.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So wait, do you think if you switched to a different screen, that was causing the video to go out and just show our logo?
Maybe, but I'm doing the same thing now and nothing's happening.
Weird. I'm intentionally trying to fuck it up.
Anyways.
Well, before we kill the stream, I got to finish this Sonic foot. I'm so close.
All right.
How many things have I drawn? 2 things?
I don't know. You drew Mark Park.
Yeah, I'm okay with that one. I did a crappy spring trap.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess a Sonic.
Well, if you haven't drawn as many as me, just remember yours have been better. Mine are just crappy doodles.
Maybe next time you should really put some time and effort into a thing.
Yeah,
go ahead and nervously laugh my critique.
You put me on the spot.
After you. Fucking hunt you down. Bitch. Yeah, you fucking laugh like I'm joking. Stupid motherfucker.
Stupid motherfucker.
Fucking so angry. Just so mad. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I like how this stream went a lot better than the first one. Which after I rewatched it, it wasn't actually that bad.
Was it? I never went back and watched it. I didn't care.
It wasn't super awkward or anything like I thought it was. Good bay.
Yeah. Good bay.
Okay.
Yeah, baby.
So we're gonna go ahead and call this one done?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, where can we find you, Pat?
You can find me on Twitter at YaPat. You can also find me on Tumblr at YaPat. Where can they find you, Shawn?
I'm on Twitter at JetpackBraggin. I am on Tumblr at Trunko at Tumblr at com. Don't quote me on that.
Absolutely quote him on that. Well, I guess we are going to call it here then. We will see you some other time, folks. Stay tuned.
For